Aura. Aura is the manifestation of one's soul in RWBY and can be used for a wide range of abilities. The specific abilities and their strengths differ from individual to individual and are dependent on a number of factors, such as experience, training, and innate skill. It is predominantly used for protection from harm. Some people develop an active power called a semblance. Aura is an ability that all those with a soul can use, at least with enough practice. Because aura is the manifestation of the soul, it can appear very differently depending on who is using it. For example, the color of aura differs from person to person. Pyrrha Nikos is red, John Arc's is gold and Lai Ren's is pink, among many others. It is mentioned that anything with a soul has an aura, including humans, faunus, and animals like Zwei. Even synthetic people with souls, such as Penny Polandina, can generate an aura. The creatures of Grimm, being soulless, are the only known form of life that does not have aura. Skilled users of aura can create their own barriers or even increase their own abilities in some way. Weapons and armor can also act as a conduit for aura, allowing for an even wider range of offensive and defensive capabilities. This even applies to non-traditional weapons, such as a loaf of bread or a leek, as seen during the food fight in Best Day Ever. It has been shown that the strength of an aura degrades with continual use. This limits the applications of aura in combat as, with time or heavy use, a person's aura will decay to the point where they are left weakened or even incapacitated. Aura being completely depleted is visually represented as a colored sheen glowing along the length of a person's body or with colored particles flying off the body, indicating that they can now be physically injured. Aura flickering means it is close to being depleted. Aura can be recharged and the time it requires to recharge varies between each person. Aura also can vary between individuals in terms of innate quantity of energy that can be used, with Pyrrha noting during the beacon initiation that John possesses an extraordinarily large reserve of aura despite his complete lack of familiarity with the concept up until that point. Similarly, one's aura regeneration rate is dependent on the individual, varying per person. The powers of a maiden are tied to the person's aura until their death, which then causes the power to separate. While those using robotic prostheses such as Yang Xiaolong and James Ironwood are apparently able to shield their artificial anatomy with aura, those who use Grimm transplants are not, due to their aforementioned soulless nature. Abilities. Aura is a necessary energy source for all huntsmen, being a powerful ally in battle. It is also required in order to trigger the use of dust. Aura, as demonstrated by various characters, can be used in the following techniques. Defense, demonstrated by Ren in the Emerald Forest and explained by Pyrrha. Aura is mainly used for defensive purposes. Ren used his to block the fangs of a king taijutsu that was attacking him. While users of aura will not be hurt as long as their aura is up, they can still feel sensations such as pain and heat. It requires training to always subconsciously have a cloak of aura on. Offense, demonstrated by Ren in the forest, as he sends a shockwave of force propelling a fang through the snake's head, causing it to explode. Fox Alistair demonstrated a similar ability during the fight in Breach, where a shock wave from his fist blew up an Ursa Major. Additionally, Pyrrha has stated that all tools and equipment are conduits for a person's aura. This is demonstrated twice in Painting the Town. And No Breaks, when Blake unleashes crescent-shaped slashes from her gamble shroud, increasing its range and strength. Unlocking aura. One's aura can be used to unlock the aura of someone else, as shown by Pyrrha, who unlocks John's aura. However, doing this appears to take a toll on the user. When unlocking John's aura, Pyrrha recited a chant, and it is unknown whether it is an incantation or merely a personal mantra. For it is in passing that we achieve immortality. Through this we become a paragon of virtue and glory to rise above all, infinite in distance and unbound by death. I release your soul and by my shoulder protect thee. Healing. It also seems that those with a strong enough aura can heal minor wounds. John used this directly on a small cut after having his aura unlocked. However, it appears that the healing is automatic and not caused at will. Dust usage. To use the power of dust, humans and faunus must use their aura to trigger it. The user's aura allows them harness dust and utilize their elemental power. Extrasensory perception. In the Emerald Forest, Pyrrha explains that aura allows you to feel like you were being watched without knowing that someone was there, while showing that Ren stopped walking and narrowed his eyes before a king taijutsu appeared behind him. Lai Ren was also able to sense Tyrion Kalos approaching Team RNJR in Tipping Point and warn his team to prepare for battle. Fox is shown to use aura to orientate and balance himself due to his blindness. Climate protection. One's aura can protect from cold weather, as shown by Team RWBY and others walking through a snowstorm in the mountains of Anima with thin clothing and showing no discomfort. As with combat damage, extreme weather will deplete one's aura eventually, which required the group to seek shelter from the elements at Brunswick Farms. Weiss-Schnee's aura had dropped to low levels and she was beginning to shiver from the cold as they entered the farmhouse. Sensing aura. Fox Alistair is shown to be capable of using his aura to sense other people's auras almost immediately, describing Coco Adele's as absurdly strong. Coco notes this is a high-level technique, displaying Fox's expertise in aura usage. Identifying aura. Fox Alistair is also shown to be able to identify specific auras, provided he is well aware enough of the target's aura. He is able to see the aura in colors despite being blind and even identify interconnected aura, such as the Asturias twins. Other specific abilities, known as semblances, appear to be unique to certain individuals. According to Aura, the fourth installment of RWBY, World of Remnant, semblance is the projection of aura into a more tangible form. In extracurricular, it is learned that the first step in training is learning to activate their aura, after which they can attempt to learn and develop a semblance. Semblances are reliant on a person's aura pool to be used, in which they are unusable if a person's aura is depleted. In RWBY, Before the Dawn, Shade Academy students discover that Grimm are not only attracted to negative emotions, but also their very souls, their aura. Powerful auras are like Grimm magnets, causing them to drop their original targets in favor of the more powerful supply of aura, as though they were moths to a flame. It is unclear whether it is just unlocked aura or locked aura is unclear, and it's specified as only human and faunus aura, despite animals having it. Additionally, attempting to transfer aura to the Grimm instead causes them to attempt to drain it from you, as they are creatures of pure destruction. In RWBY, the Grimm campaign, it is revealed that magical artifacts can be activated by using a person's aura. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later, bye bye.